Friends, another new video of Bharat Puran has been uploaded today. And to watch more fun and entertaining videos like this, subscribe to Fun Toonsy right away. Also press the bell icon.
Today, we will hear the tale of the slaying of Jatasura. For the Mahabharata is not merely a story of war, it is an eternal tale of human dignity, a woman's honor, and righteousness. This story began with the game of dice. In that cruel gamble, Yudhishthira lost his kingdom, his wealth, and even himself. According to the pact, the Pandavas were forced into 12 long years of exile in the forest, followed by 1 year of living in disguise. At one stage of their exile, the Pandavas arrived in the region of Badrika Ashram, near Badrinath. At that time, Arjuna was not with the Pandavas. By Indra's command and sage Vyasa's counsel, Arjuna had gone deeper into the Badrika forest to perform severe penance. Arjuna was then meditating in the harsh terrain of Mount Indrakila, observing strict vows. He felt no hunger, his eyes knew no sleep, only unwavering concentration. Yudhishthira, Bhima, Nakula, Sahadeva, and Draupadi took shelter in a secluded forest. Towering deodar and sal trees cast dense shadows all around. A narrow river flowed gently nearby. Draupadi sat on the riverbank, offering prayers to the sun god. Though traces of past sorrow still lingered on her face, her eyes shone with unbreakable resolution. Bhima was busy collecting fruits. Nakula and Sahadeva stood guard. Yudhishthira was absorbed in reading the scriptures of Dharma. Just then, a Brahmin approached along the forest path. The Brahmin was tall, with matted hair. His face wore an artificial calm, but his eyes concealed an ominous glint. Bowing his head, he spoke.
O Dharma Raja, I am a weary Brahmin. I have been wandering in the forest for many days. If I may spend this night under your shelter.
Without the slightest hesitation, Yudhishthira granted him shelter.
Turning away a guest is adharma. You are our guest.
Draupadi's beauty was divine, but even greater was the radiance of her character. That radiance ignited vile desire and greed in Jatasura's heart. He began to think to himself,
If I obtain this woman, I will become invincible. The strength of the Pandavas will be shattered.
Soon a day arrived when fate itself opened the door for Jatasura. That day Bhima had gone into the forest to gather fruits and hunt. Sage Lamasa and other sages had gone to bathe. The hermitage was nearly deserted. At that very moment, discarding his Brahmin disguise, Jatasura assumed his true form, monstrous and gigantic, eyes aflame, fangs bared, hair crimson like blood. In an instant he seized Yudhishthira, Nakula, Sahadeva, and Draupadi. With a weapon in one hand and human captives in the other, the demon took to the skies. All were helpless in his crushing grip, but Madri's son Sahadeva was not one to surrender easily. With indomitable courage, he freed himself and snatched his Kaushiki sword from the demon's hand. Then in the direction Bhima had gone, he cried out,
Beam Dada! Beam Dada! Danger! We are being abducted!
There was fear in his voice, but not despair. There was hope. Bhima would surely come. The demon still carried Yudhishthira, but the king of Dharma was not silent. In a thunderous voice he spoke,
Oh fool! Do you even realize that by doing this, you are destroying your own dharma? Betraying a Brahmin, a teacher, a friend, or one who gives shelter is a grievous sin. After accepting our food and living under our protection, how can you abduct us? Today, your lifespan, wisdom, and conduct all have become futile.
and then made his body immensely heavy. By the power of Dharma, his weight increased. The demon began to pant, his speed slowing. Dharmaraja addressed Nakula and Draupadi.
Do not fear. I have slowed his movement. Bhim is very close. Today, no trace of this demon will remain.
Tears filled Draupadi's eyes, yet within them shone unshakable faith. Sahadeva then challenged the demon.
O demon, take me instead, or die by my hands.
At that very moment, the forest trembled. It was as if Indra himself, wielder of the thunderbolt, had descended. Gadabara Bhimasena arrived. He saw his brothers and Draupadi in the demon's clutches. Bhima's eyes turned red, his body shaking with fury. He roared aloud.
O sinner, I recognized you long ago. But because you were in the guise of a Brahmin, I did not kill you. It was you who came today with the intent to abduct Krishna. Your death is certain today.
Hearing Bhima's voice, Jatasur felt fear, yet prepared himself for battle. He released his captives. The two stood face to face. Yudhishthira spoke calmly.
Bhim, remember, we stand on the sacred land of Badrika Ashram. There is no place for adharma here.
Bhima replied,
Brother, today my strength of arms itself shall be the weapon of Dharma.
Jatasura's lips trembled with rage as he challenged Bhima. Then began a terrible contest of sheer strength. Madri's son Sahadeva, burning with anger, leaped forward, but Bhima stopped him.
I alone am sufficient for him. You all stand back and watch our battle.
On one side stood the great hero of the Pandavas, on the other a fearsome demon. Two colossal beings clashed, no weapons, only raw strength. Jatasura uprooted trees and hurled them. Bhima lifted boulders the size of hills and struck back. The forest shook violently. Draupadi closed her eyes and prayed.
O Krishna, protect being.
Jatasura locked Bhima in a crushing embrace. The two slammed each other to the ground. Dust filled the sky. Bhima thought to himself,
Arjuna is not here. Today I alone must protect the Pandavas.
Trees were torn from the earth, stones flew, fists, kicks, wrestling, like a battle between gods and demons. Countless trees in the forest were destroyed. At last, Bhima delivered a thunderous punch to Jatasura's neck. The demon weakened. Finally, gathering all his strength, Bhima hurled Jatasura into the air and smashed him to the ground. A deafening sound echoed. The demon's body shattered. Jatasura lay motionless. Draupadi was freed. Yudhishthira embraced Bhima. He said,
Team, today the sanctity of Badrika Ashram has been preserved.
Far away on Mount Indrakila, Arjuna, deep in meditation, felt his heart trembled, as if he had sensed that yet another chapter of a dharma had come to an end.
So, bye bye. See you again in the next video.